We want Cuomo.
Black you.
Where's Bill?
Where's Bill?
Where's Bill at the gym?
Where's Bill?
He's at the gym.
He's hanging out with Cuomo. Cuomo, homo?
Ready, folks?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, everybody ready?
Yes.
Let's get started. So, good morning, everyone. I'm Councilman Rory Landsman. I represent this area in the New York City Council. I actually live a few blocks from here. And even more importantly, can you hear me back there?
Give him the horn. Rory.
There you go. That's the sign I want to see. Don't get hit by a car. We got no insurance.
Wait, we got no medical?
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
I'm Councilman Rory Landsman. I represent this area in the New York City Council. I live a few blocks from here. My office is up the way. And more importantly, the headquarters for Local 3 is just a few blocks in that direction.
On 164th
And not
Street,
just the headquarters for
off of
Local 3,
76 and
but
77.
Alexis. Still can't hear us?
Good.
You can just walk walking anywhere.
That's
They're here.
I'd like to hear what's going on in this area. We're getting feedback. Is that better?
Yeah.
Is that better? Yeah. Good. Okay. So we're assembled here this morning because there are a number of tragic aspects to what is going on here. Right? First and foremost is the fact that so many folks, 1,800, are out of work for, what are we talking about now, 10, 11 weeks? 13 weeks.
13 weeks.
All right, 85 days? All right.
12 hours.
What that means is that for 13 weeks,
37 minutes.
Let them talk. People have not been able to go to work. People have been struggling, and I can only imagine the stress and the anxiety and the heartache in all of your households as the money is not coming in, but the bills still are. And I'm guessing the banks haven't told you it's okay, we're not going to send your mortgage bill this month, or the landlord hasn't said we're not going to send you rent this month, and the grocery supermarket isn't showing up and saying here's bags of food and you don't have to pay for it. All of that is going on while at the same time the money is not coming in. Yeah, that is the biggest tragedy. It's also a sad commentary on the state of working people here in New York City. I have said at many rallies that as much as you guys are fighting for yourselves and your own livelihoods, you are fighting for all New Yorkers.
Yeah.
For all working New Yorkers to be able to live in dignity, with job security, with security for your pensions, so that maybe one day you could retire. But there's another aspect to this as well. And it's the fact that Charter,
76 and 77
Spectrum, has not only refused to negotiate with you all in good faith, not only forced you all onto the picket line, not only taken away your livelihoods during this period of time, but has also, in many cases, taken your jobs and given them to folks who are out of state. Yeah! And that is completely unacceptable. That's right. More than that, it is a violation of the franchise agreement. Now, when this franchise agreement was established, it had all sorts of paragraphs and provisions, all sorts of rules and all sorts of requirements. One of them was that to the extent feasible, New York contractors or New York employees would be the ones that are hired to do this work. Because the franchise agreement is an agreement with the taxpayers of the city of New York to give Charter, Spectrum, Time Warner, whatever it is or was, the opportunity to make money off the city of New York, off the taxpayers. And the deal for that was, well, you've got to hire New Yorkers. So we're here today. Yeah, we're going to talk about, and we're talking about the hardship to your families. And yes, we're talking about what this means for all New Yorkers. But we're also talking about the violation of the franchise agreement and the outsourcing of these good jobs to good New Yorkers to out-of-towners. Now we have behind us some pictures that Local 3 folks that were good enough to share with me. Hold them up. Hold them up. Hold them up. Hold them up. Which license plates from out of state. That's right. Which prove that Charter is shipping our jobs out of state. Yep. While we as New Yorkers, if we want cable in certain areas, we've got to buy through them. Yep. And we're here to say that is completely unacceptable. And specifically, how many of you guys were at the hearing that we had last month? Specifically, to call on the city to do its job, enforce the franchise agreement, and hold Charter in violation of that agreement for not living up to its responsibility to hire New York workers. That's right. I had a conversation with the Mayor's Office of Technology today, the franchise administrator. And I've been informed, if you were at the hearing, you remember that the city has asked Charter for specific information about who its contractors, remember that? Contractors are, where they're from, and how many employees that they are each employing and where they're from. It's going to come as no surprise, right? But that not that they had no answer, but that the answer they gave was inadequate, and the city has had to now go back and ask for more information.
Spectrum lies.
So all of us here in this neighborhood, this community, which so values our friends and neighbors who work for Charter and Spectrum, we say to Charter, do the right thing. First and foremost, sit down and negotiate with Local 3 in good faith and get these guys a contract that's
they can
fair
afford us.
and reasonable. Yeah. In the meantime, stop selling our jobs, stop sending our jobs out of state. We want our money spent here. That's right. In New York City. And we are calling on the city to do its job and vigorously enforce the Charter, the franchise agreement with Charter to the letter. That's right. I tell you what, nothing will get Charter's attention as much as a letter from the city saying, effective on X date, we are terminating your franchise agreement. And I want to thank all the Local 3 folks and their supporters who've been tweeting at us and sending us these pictures. You know what we call this? We call this evidence. Evidence. Not just proof. Evidence. With that, I want to invite Derek Jordan to come up and say a few words.
When's the letter going out?
I want to thank.
Where do you send your letter? When's that letter?
Look, we have representatives from Councilmember David Weprin's office, from Councilmember Nili Rhodzik's office. I know Assemblyman, they're up in Albany now. Assemblyman Mike Smanowitz sent us a quote, so did Senator Joe Adabo and Senator Toby Stavisky, if I'm not mistaken, and Councilmember Barry Godechik is going to try to stop by a little bit later if we can. Derek.
No respect for the city, man. We want action!
I want to say thank you 13 seconds for coming down here. Look, we're at a critical point. Okay, can everyone hear me better now? It's not good. Sometimes I get things backwards also, but you know.
Speak it to the mic.
Can you hear me? Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I'm doing a Verizon commercial. But I want to thank Rory for coming down. He's always been a strong supporter of Local Union Number 3 and our fight. We've been out now 13, however you want to count it.
3 months.
84 days. It's still, everyone's losing pay, unfortunately.
3 months too long.
We need to get back to the table. We need a fair contract. Okay, we need to maintain our pension and our medical benefits. That's extremely important. So, you know, why should the members of Local Union Number 3 lose their medical and pension benefits? And why should taxpayers in the city be forced to subsidize more money if they do. That's not what this is about. We want to maintain our benefits that we currently have. We want a fair contract, and we want to get back to the table yesterday. That's what this is all about. I want to call on a couple of our
it's tricky. Representing Councilmember Lily Rosick, who represents this area. Come on up.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
No.
My name is Erin Rogers. I represent Assemblywoman Neely Rosick. She is sorry that she can't be here with you today, but she wants you to know that she stands with you every day and that you have been out here for 13 weeks too long. The Assemblywoman wanted to let you know that she knows that unions are the backbone of New York, and that right now what Charter is doing, they are ignoring you and replacing you with out-of-state workers, and that is unconscionable. And she just wanted to let you know, send her regards, that she stands with you every day and is calling on Charter to negotiate a solution that honors you and gives you a fair contract and sends you back to work so that you can spend your time taking care of your families and not having to worry about fighting with Charter. Thank you.
Representing Assembly Member David Weprin.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Anthony Lemmer, and I'm the Director of Community Relations for Assemblyman David Weprin. I'm also a proud son of a union member. And my dad taught me a long time ago, he said, Anthony, he says, the union people, you stand with those union people because they're the backbone of this country. They're the people that work in this country, they build this country, and they're the people that move this country. And it's an absolute disgrace what Charter's doing here. It's an absolute disgrace what they get away with. I see signs here, $99 million. This guy gets paid $99 million for what? To bring this company into bankruptcy 2 years from now? And the next thing he's going to do, he's going to get a golden parachute like the rest of them did? It's a disgrace. Now, what I want to do right now is read the statement from Assemblyman Weprin, who's in Albany like Assemblywoman Rosick, and who strongly supports the union and strongly supports your cause. If you want to do business in the state of New York, you're expected to follow through on any agreements made with the city and state. The use of out-of-state contractors by Charter Communications is not only a violation of the franchise agreement agreed upon, but it's also a clear signal of Charter's lack of commitment to New York. I proudly stand with Councilmember Rory Lansman and all the other elected officials to denounce Charter's Communications use of out-of-state contractors while doing business in New York City, and call upon the company to contract city vendors as already agreed upon.
Now, the most important voices that need to be heard from the local community members. Derek, you want to call some folks up?
Respect the city. Can we sanction any fines on these guys? You're in bad shape, Derek. Put in a service call.
Okay, I want to call up 3 speakers. Okay, can everyone hear me now? Okay, Marvin Phillips. Where are you, Marvin? Marvin he's been outstanding. That's all I can say about Marvin. But I'm going to have him say a few words about the strike and how it's affected him and his comments about the out-of-town contract.
Out of line with bro, come on.
We've all been out here for 85 days, 84 days. Too long, you're right, too long. The out-of-town contractors that we ride around and we see every day, the pictures really help. It just goes to show, I'm going to speak directly to you. It just goes to show what this company is about. The hardship that I'm going through with my family, my mortgage is behind, but I'm still out here with the rest of my union brothers and sisters. We need you, the city, to do something to help us. We need to get some type of media coverage. We have no media coverage. We have no media coverage whatsoever. And we're a media company. We're the ones that built this company. That's right. I worked here for 29 years. I paid into my pension for 29 years. For them to just come and say, no, we're taking it from you, I don't think that's right. That's right. That's right. I don't think that's fair. I give them a hard day's work, a decent day's work, a decent pay. That's all I expect. That's all I expect. If you can, please help us get back to the table.
How about finding the contract?
Troy has been outstanding. Troy has been innovative in his ways of thinking. And I'm welcoming Troy up to say a few words also. It's Troy
Get
Walton.
Twitter. Mention Twitter.
Yeah, let's bring up John Quigley. How come there's no fines being sanctioned over these guys?
As far as
Look in the
concerning the
pocket.
out-of-state contractors, I know that.
Hold it up, guys. Got no energy from the strike.
Regarding the out-of-state